Girls' voices at home. Dear ladies and girls, I am in the person of Hassana Bambara. I was currently enrolled in T.I. Ahmadiyya Senior High School, Kumasi. I offer business at school. I am at the age of 16. Life during the COVID-19 period is really a difficult one for both parents and children. The returning to school sounds important and hopeful though. As indicated, no matter how we are going to school, what's important most is we are going back. I won't agree with experts when they say more girls will drop out of school this year due to limited options and school closures. Limited options, has indicated, is when most girls will be restricted of their freedom or rights to choose for themselves. Don't experts also realize that most parents of free girls have now known the importance of education and its significance in a girl's life? As the late Dr. James Eman Agri said, the first vice principal of Achimota College, Ghana, stated, if you educate a man, you simply educate an individual. But if you educate a woman, you educate a whole nation. Even though school closures play an 80% role when it comes to the fact that more girls will likely drop out of school this year. Most governments around the world have temporarily closed educational institutions in attempt to obtain the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. Those of us who are currently enrolled in school and now at home without receiving any distant lectures hold on to the few books we had and make use of them any little time we get. Anytime I think about continuing or going back to school, then I'll have this 60% of fear in me and a 40% of assurance that everything will be okay. Immediately this happens, something in me pushes me to overcome all my fears. What gives me confidence isn't just an obstacle. I simply don't use magic to overcome my fears. I always overcome my fears whenever I look back and remind myself of where I'm coming from and where I must get in order to gain a better view of where I came from. Where I was brought up, I had to toil harder so I could continue with my education. I completed my JHS at the AME Zion, located at Kasoa, Ghana. My alma mater is a public sector, so my dad encouraged me to get admission to one of the best schools in Ghana, which I proudly did. I learned a trade to sustain myself during this COVID-19 pandemic break. I sometimes watch learning programs on the TV and listen to most of them on the radio. I have little or limited time to watch TV, but I make sure anytime I get time, I read my books. Now that I'm still at home, I make sure that even though I don't get much time for my books at home, I make sure I go ahead of what the teacher taught me at school. Anytime I see my siblings and parents trying their best, I'll be like, why won't I fight for this greater cause so I could help them someday? As the other sibling, my mom always used to say to me, hey you, go on the right path so your younger ones will follow you. She told me I lead the way and I must pay a good way for my siblings to follow. When I look at successful women in their country, they inspire me to do more. The naked and hungry children on the streets I see always encourage me to do more so I could shelter and feed them someday. I feel both positive and negative about the whole issue. As at now, my parents and 4 other siblings have this unpleasant emotion caused by this pandemic. This great pandemic really took us by surprise. We are all safe thanks to Allah. We keep on following the safety protocols such as sanitizing, wearing of masks and distancing ourselves. Even though my parents wanted me to go back to school, they still fear knowing this pandemic is still in the air. I hope everything will be okay soon. I urge most of my fellow girls to take their books seriously, even when they are at home. I congratulate all those who learnt a trade, any form such as sewing, hairdressing. I urge you all to add an education to what you have learned, so you may be the best in someday. I invite you all to rally and support behind us we the girls to know what's best for us. I believe parents should strive hard to make education a priority in every girl's life. Education is not a guidance to wealth, but a key to success. Thank you very much.